Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. Back with another video a day until this channel hits 100K. I get asked this question all the time. Why are you always backing into parking spaces? And I think truck guys get this flack constantly. There's a reason why if you pull into any construction office in America, you will see a line of backed in pickup trucks. So your snarky remarks about truck guys overcompensating, you actually may be overcompensating for your lack of driving ability. Consider this a free education in why backing in is better. First, let's talk about the numbers. Every year, there are 60,000 injuries due to parking lot accidents. 500 of those are fatalities, and 91% are caused from people backing out of parking spaces. Driving in reverse is dangerous. So why is it safer to back into a parking space than it is to back out of a parking space? I'm gonna do a demonstration here and show you guys in a real actual parking lot with traffic why this is the way it is. But before I do that, I wanna jump to an open parking lot where I did a bunch of different tests and show you guys the results there. First, I'll come in straight like this parking lot had a bunch of cars. What you notice is you have to swing super wide, and it's really hard to know where the front end of your car is, first of all, being a bigger truck. But you can see I'm already in the other spot next to me, so had there been a car there, I could not swing it. I would have to swing wide, come in here, cut this corner, and nope, not gonna make it, so we'll have to reverse. And now, what you see with the lines here on the screen also, which helps kind of illustrate, is that the trailing tires, I'm already back into another car there. So I would have had to back up yet again, probably take a wider approach to it, come out to get those trailing tires in, still not there. This is what you see people in parking lots doing all the time because they aren't backing in. So now here I'm in the spot, but now the back end is too far out. So now what you gotta do is back all the way across, come out here, straighten it out, and still I ended up in the other spot next to me. So this is absolutely not ideal in terms of parking any vehicle. This applies to cars also. You'll see the same thing happen with cars. So now what happens if we try this with backing into the spot? Cut the wheel. Now we'll throw it in reverse. And now I have much more control, especially with a camera system like this. And if you don't have the camera system like this, you can still use your side mirrors. One shot, backed in there, park. That's it. It's that much easier to back into a spot than it is to pull in forward, and it's that much safer. Now, I spent a bunch of time today just observing parking lots at Home Depot, Costco, spent some time at Lowe's, and overall just watching how these vehicles are moving in and out of their spaces. And I really started to appreciate the fact that I think the reason why you see truck guys doing this so much is that I think truck people tend to be tradespeople, and tradespeople tend to have more time in heavier equipment, and I liken it to a forklift. The whole reason why forklifts have rear steer is because it allows you to place the load a lot more delicately where you want to put it. So instead of dragging the wheels behind you, as every vehicle we have on the road does today, with the exception of a few vehicles that do have a little bit of rear wheel steer assist, most vehicles have front wheel steering because on the highway, that is the easiest way to control a vehicle. So I liken the reason why you see people backing into parking spots more often than not when it comes to bigger vehicles is because you have more control over where you are putting that vehicle. So let's show in a real world scenario why this is so bad. So coming up to a parking space here, okay, we've got a spot here, and we'll take next to these two vehicles. First of all, to get in here, I need to swing this super wide and make multiple attempts to straighten the vehicle out. And this is not my driving ability. You can look at a bunch of other vehicles in these parking lots kind of doing this exact same song and dance. So as I get in here, and I've got cameras to help assist me, not everybody has this. And this applies to smaller cars as well. This is not just a big truck thing. It is worse in a big truck, but in a smaller vehicle, nosing in creates these same issues. So great, I saw the space, I got in here, got in the truck, everything's great. So I'll park, get out, we do our shopping. So now I'm gonna get in, sit down, and now when I fire the truck up, I need to back out of this space, But I don't know if somebody parked 2 spots over and has a child coming up behind me. I have no clue. I have no visibility whatsoever what's going on. And this truck has all the cameras in the world to be able to see, but even still, I can't really see. And now when I turn my head, I've got this truck in front of me, which they actually backed in, good for you guys, trying to figure out who's coming. I can't see anything around this car. So we'll just start creeping out, and hopefully nobody's behind you. Hopefully you have a great backup camera. It's much worse. And had somebody been behind me here, I wouldn't be able to just continue backing up. I would have to do this whole thing where back and forth, trying not to hit any cars. On the flip side of this, as I'm pulling up here, if I'm gonna back into the space, I am able to assess the situation, look and see, nobody's in there. Okay, great. Now I can swing my turn, get ready, put it in reverse, and with one shot, watch my mirrors so I don't clip that car over there who did park over the line. Watch my mirrors on both sides. There we go. And now, with much more control, one shot, back in, and now I am good to go. Now what you'll see, the big difference, the huge differentiator here, is that now when I go to pull out after I do my shopping, I can see everything around me without any sort of issue whatsoever. So now when I throw the vehicle and drive, I can pull out nice and slow, see what's there, and make one nice controlled exit out of that space. Much, much better. Now, as I was observing these parking lots, I was actually surprised to see how few of trucks were backing into spaces, but this is also at Home Depot and Costco, where you are actually buying large things. You need access to the bed of the truck. So I do think a lot of times you are seeing in situations like that, people pulling in forwards because they're leaving space to be able to load up the back end of their truck. But it is mayhem. Watching these parking lots and seeing how crazy these are over the course of 10, 15 minutes, there is so much chaos in a parking lot, more than I ever expected to see. And it's really wild to watch this. It's kind of just like watching a bunch of ants moving around and seeing really how small we are and how much impact we have on other people. I saw people pulling into spots like complete jackasses, taking up multiple spots. It's just absolute mayhem. But it did put into perspective why those stats are 60,000 injuries, 500 fatalities, because parking lots, they are mayhem. So I hope that answered the question about why you always see trucks backing in. Because again, I've been asked this question several times over, and I figured I'll answer it in a video. I'm sure other people want to know as well. So no, we're not just overcompensating. Maybe some of us are, but truth is, you should probably be backing in even if you're driving a small little smart car, because it is just safer that way. So there is a rhyme and reason, there is a method to the madness. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I'll see you guys next time.